Shalom, 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 and welcome back to another Wednesday night exhortation. It's your Octa Bro, Zachariah Israel, aka Dstm, and my reader for tonight is
Shalom, Brother Zion.
Brother Zion. We here. And tonight exhortation is entitled Distractions. Distractions, right? Because that what be going on. All these things they promoting out here and they're pushing out here are meant to distract you from what's really going on. All right. As the world was watching that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, that was a big old distraction to keep your mind off of, the wars that's going on over there in Israel and Ukraine and Russia and Hezbollah and all that. Okay, that's what it's meant to keep your mind off of and your eyes off of. Okay, it's also meant to keep your mind off the political things that's going on here in America, aka Babylon. Excuse me. It's also meant for you to just keep your mind off of reality. Okay? It's meant for you to be put in a state of illusion. We're going to get some of that. Okay? This is all a distraction and illusion, right? Give me 2 Timothy 4:2. I'm going to tell you why we call this Wednesday night exhortation. If this is your first night here, this is the reason why. You got it. Read it.
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season.
Be instant in season, out of season. Read.
Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
Exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Okay? We here to exhort you, right? To encourage you, right? To strengthen you, to push you, to motivate you, okay? To keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Because time is at hand. As you can see, war, we on the brink of the third woe, which is World War III. All right, nuclear war, the last war before we get up out of here. All right, Most High and his son, the Black Messiah, the Christ, deliver his people about this last captivity. You understand? So, distractions, man. Let me get that thumbnail real quick. This is what we dealing with. Distractions. You understand? Give me that definition, distraction, while we discussing it. We talking about it.
A distraction is something that takes a person's attention away from what they are trying to do.
Okay. It's something that take your attention away for something what they trying to do. All right. Give it to me again to slow it down just a little bit.
A distraction is something that takes a person's attention away.
It's meant to take your attention away. All right. So if you are focused on the things that's going on, the wars that's going on, the pestilence that's going on, right? The earthquakes, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the natural disasters. Okay, you starting to get concerned about the scriptures and where you at spiritually. It's meant to distract you, to take your attention away from. Give me that definition from the top again.
A distraction is something that takes a person's attention away.
Take a person's attention away. Read.
From what they are trying to do.
For what they are trying to do. So if you're trying to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, you're trying to walk upright. You're trying to have some kind of spiritual connection to the Most High through his word. It's here to distract you, all these things of the world. That's what it's meant for. 1 Corinthians 7, verse 35. You got it? Read it.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 35. And this I spake for your own profit.
For your own profit. Slow it down just a little bit. You slow it down. I see you ready tonight. Slow it down just a little bit. Start from the top again.
And this I speak for your own profit.
For your own profit. Read.
Not that I may cast a snare upon you.
Not that I may cast a snare upon you. Read.
But for that which is comely.
For that which is comely. Read.
And that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction.
And that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. Without distraction. Okay? We here to we don't want to put a snare on you. We ain't here to hurt you. We here to warn you that you can focus on the spiritual things, right? Without distraction. Y'all understand? So that's what we got to be doing, family. We don't need to be worrying about Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, this guy fighting a 58-year-old man, damn near 60 years old.
What the hell?
All right, for what? For filthy lucre. You understand? For money. Okay? Give me 1 Peter's 5 and 5. You got it, read it.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elders.
Submit yourself unto the elders. That's what you supposed to be doing. You're supposed to honor your elders, respect your elders, get wise counsel from your elders, right? Read.
Yeah, all of you, be subject one to another.
Be subject one to another, right? So we got to work with one another, not by cuffs to fists, not by putting boxing gloves on, going off in the ring, right? Read.
And be clothed with humility.
With humility. Read.
For God resisteth the proud.
He resisteth the proud. Read.
And giveth grace to the humble.
And give grace to the humble. You got to humble yourself, right? You must humble yourself when you're dealing with your elders. When you're dealing with the hoary head, the guys with the grays in their face. Not saying, hey, man, I want to fight you. All right? I couldn't take no amount of money, man, to put a hand on an elder like that. I couldn't do it. He won't ask me to fight him with gloves on. Because it's folly. It's foolishness. You younger men, I'm not expecting Jake Paul to do this because he's a YouTuber. Him and his brother. What's his brother name?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. Right? They YouTubers. So they don't give a damn. They don't, they ain't got no home training or nothing.
Cloud chasing.
They clout chasing or whatever it is they doing. They don't.
He told Mike he'll kill him.
Say it on the mic.
I said he told Mike he'll kill him.
He told Mike he'll kill him. You understand? We don't deal with our elders like that. Give me Leviticus 19, verse 32.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 32. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head.
You should rise up before the hoary head, the gray head. Right? Read.
And honor the face of the old man.
And you supposed to honor the face of the old man. You see Mike. He ain't young Mike no more. He's old. Right? He's slow. Okay? He got some things going on, some issues. He been had issues. But, in his old age, man, he's starting to wind down a little bit and getting ready to kind of like retire. Hang the gloves up. Well, he been retired. Calling him out of retirement. Read.
And fear thy God, I am the Lord.
And fear thy God, I am the Lord. So this is a commandment. All right, you supposed to honor the face of the old man and fear thy God, I am the Lord. You understand? So this is what they do, man. They set these illusions and these distractions, right? And it's all patter. They call it patter, meaning we're going to distract you over here. That way you can't see what's really going on over here. And then when it happened, boom, you shocked. You go into a shock. You surprised, like, wow. But they was distracting you over here the whole time to pull these tricks over you on the other side. All right? I'm finna play a little video clip for you real quick. Let me get it.
Let's talk about patter, how magicians use patter as distraction. Patter is very important. It's what you say is what patter is. How you say it, what you're emphasizing. In the coin trick or the French drop, you never want to forewarn the people what you are going to do, because then they're going to be looking for it. And it's very important. If I said, hey, look it, I'm going to make this coin disappear. It's gone, and there's no element of surprise. And it's okay if you're really good at your sleight of hand. But then again, they've already seen it coming. Not so good. My patter for this trick is I like to say, okay, we're going to take an ordinary coin. What is it? So they're thinking, okay, what is it? Oh, it's a quarter or it's a large coin. What's the date on the coin is a good question to ask people. So they're thinking, they're getting into the trick, they're being involved. You're involving them into the trick, and they're not thinking you're going to make it disappear. So the importance of patter is to, again, create a little bit more element of surprise in what you're saying. It's also, part of patter is telling stories. Let's say, okay, well, we're going to take an ordinary orange, a small orange. Actually, who here likes orange juice? Because we're actually going to, whoops, the trick has gone wrong, which indeed it didn't go wrong because you made it disappear, and now they're all amazed because you're thinking that you're going to squeeze the orange, whatever you're going to do. Your patter can really be used as misdirection to help guide people to look at something or pay attention to something that you want them to, so they're not paying attention to the other stuff.
You see that? It's patter, trying to get you distracted so you can get fooled and tricked. It's an illusion. They'll create patter, distraction, say things. You understand? Get the person all riled up. Okay? Give them misinformation. All right? So the whole point, like he said, was to make the orange disappear, not to squeeze orange juice, make orange juice or squeeze juice out the orange. So it's for you to be distracted. We was waiting on him to make orange juice, but he made it disappear. That's patter. Just like the Jake Paul fight and Mike Tyson. We was looking for a real fight. They gave you a circus. He biting his glove, said to Mike.
He was biting, Mike Tyson was biting his gloves like he was mad the whole time.
Biting his glove like he mad. And people don't understand he was under a contract. He had to go all 8 rounds so he can get that $20 million. Okay? He had to. He was biting his gloves because he probably wanted to knock him out. And I know he could have. But for him to get that payout, which he needed, he had to, go that whole 8 rounds. This is all a show, all a illusion, all a distraction to keep you from Israel versus Hezbollah, right? To keep you from Ukraine and Russia, okay, Iran, all that, what's going on over there. It's to keep your mind off of the war that's being stirred up right now. You understand? So we got to think. I'm going to play a video on Tyson real quick because it's going around. It's a scam. They saying, hey, it's a scam. You can find this. This is public information. You understand? Let me get this video real quick.
Many speculated whether Tyson, now in his late 50s, could genuinely compete at a high level, especially against someone much younger. Critics also questioned the motives behind the fight, suggesting it was more about capitalizing on Tyson's legacy and Paul's infamy than delivering a fair contest. The disappointment that followed confirmed these suspicions. The match itself became a focal point of frustration. Fans and analysts quickly noticed glaring flaws. The fight lacked intensity, and some even suggested it was overly choreographed. Online forums and social media exploded with accusations that the fight was a scripted event, with many questioning whether the outcome had been predetermined. Fans highlighted how both fighters seemed to hold back, making the fight feel more like a sparring session than a legitimate bout. One viral comment encapsulated the sentiment. "We didn't pay to see Tyson pull punches or Jake dance around the ring. We wanted a fight, not a performance." The complaints weren't limited to the fans. Some high-profile celebrities also voiced their dissatisfaction. Renowned athletes and entertainers who attended the match in person described it as lackluster and underwhelming. Boxing enthusiasts such as Joe Rogan and Oscar De La Hoya criticized the event's integrity, with Rogan bluntly calling it a cash grab at its finest. The sense of betrayal was particularly pronounced among fans who had paid substantial sums to watch the fight. Pay-per-view prices for celebrity boxing events have steadily climbed, often rivaling those of professional championship fights. For many, shelling out this money feels justified only if the fight delivers on its promise. In the case of Tyson versus Paul, fans felt they had been sold an illusion. The match was advertised as a competitive spectacle, yet it appeared more like a pre-arranged exhibition. The repeated accusations of scamming reflect how many fans now view these events as manipulative schemes designed to extract money while offering little in return.
The fight. What do you think of the fight? Jake. It was disappointing.
The post-fight conversation wasn't confined to fans. Many celebrities joined the chorus of disapproval. Former professional boxers criticized the fight's execution, while mainstream celebrities like actor Michael B. Jordan and comedian Kevin Hart expressed their disappointment on social media. Some even suggested that events like this tarnish the legacy of boxing as a legitimate sport. Boxing veteran Teddy Atlas added his voice to the backlash, arguing that such matches do more harm than good to the sport's reputation.
So y'all get the gist of it. I ain't gonna play the whole thing, right? I just went and got a strike on my page, right? This fair use, okay, for commentary purposes only, all right? Fair use, fellas. Please don't come for us, man. We was shut down for a whole week, right? So, the damn devil, y'all know how the devil roll. So you got the gist of it, right? It's all a show. You seen how Mike was training. You seen how he was, how he was prepping for this fight. You seen how he was sparring and things like that. So it's a show. Y'all got to understand that the mob is still involved in these Vegas fights. All right, and these other fights that be nationwide in these big old arenas, man. It's all a show to make money. You'll be surprised who's shaving points and who did through a whole fight purposely. Okay, so y'all got to understand that this is a distraction, guys. A distraction. Okay. Give me Proverbs 16, verse 3. You got it. Read it.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. Commit thy works unto the Lord.
Commit your works unto the Lord. Right? Read.
And thy thoughts shall be established.
Your thoughts is going to be established. You're not going to be distracted. Right? You're going to be more focused. Now, you are out here in the world. You're going to see things that in the flesh that's gonna might throw you to the left, might throw you to the right. I'm gonna be realistic. I'm gonna be 100. We all get distracted. But reread that from the top again.
Commit thy works unto the Lord.
Unto who?
Unto the Lord.
Unto the Lord. If you commit yourself, your works unto the Lord, read.
And thy thoughts shall be established.
Your thoughts are going to be established, right? Just like the interview with Mike. All right, I want to grab that too real quick. The interview that the young lady did with Mike. He was like, a legacy? Man, bump the legacy. When you dead, you're gone. You're dirt. You're nothing. Right? Which in some cases is true. A lot of that, what he was saying, is true. When you die, you're dirt. You're going back to the dirt. You understand? Okay, that spirit goes back to the Father. You understand? So you're nothing. You know, they're going to celebrate you for a while and mourn, and then people are going to go on about their life. It was very true what he was saying. Right? But, okay, on top of that, he know that what he was doing wasn't respectable, wasn't honorable what he was doing. He knew that he was finna take this payday. That's why he was like, oh, man. He was pretty much saying, oh, little girl, if you only knew, you know, if you only knew what people really doing for this money. That's what he was giving to me. It was like, man, like, dang, little sis. Sweetheart, I wish I could tell you, but I can't. All this stuff is a distraction. You know, because Mike real, man. He carry his heart on his sleeve. So he will tell you, hey, this ain't what it is. And he's gonna come out and he's gonna be a whistleblower. I see him coming out telling a lot of stuff that goes on in this entertainment world. You understand? Let's move on a little further. Give me 1 Timothy 3. Start at verse 1. You got it. Read it.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop.
We should all want to desire the office of a bishop. All right? All you brothers out here that's doing the work. Okay? Very honorable position within the body. All right? You should want that, right? Read.
He desireth a good work.
A good work. Read.
A bishop then must be blameless.
You got to be blameless. You got to make sure your name is good. Right? Read.
The husband of one wife.
Read.
Vigilant, sober of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach.
Verse 3.
Not given to wine, no striker.
No what?
No striker.
No striker. All right? No striker. So you shouldn't want to fight and put hands on people. All right? That ain't what we doing, family. Us Israelites don't get down like that. We not doing that. A fight. You got brothers MMA fighting and want to, boxing and all that. That's not what we doing. Our job is to learn who we are as a nation, to get this knowledge and to go wake up your brothers and sisters. That's our job. The fear of the Lord, right? The whole duty of man is to fear the Lord and keep his commandments. Right? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. That's our job. Okay? Continue.
Not greedy of filthy lucre.
Not greedy of filthy lucre. Meaning, I gotta have the money. I need the money. I need the money. We're gonna deceive everybody because I need this bag. Right? Read.
But patient. Not a brawler.
Not a who?
Not a brawler.
Not a brawler. Want to fight. Want to go back and forth. Right? Read.
Not covetous.
Not covetous. All right? We got to do better. Okay? Because it's deceit. All right? It's very deceitful. Right? Give me Colossians 2 verse 8. And we're going to bring that out. We got to do better, family. Got to make sure we keeping the commandments. Make sure we not being deceived and falling into the rudiments of this world. You got it? Read it.
Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you.
Slow it down a little bit. Read it from the top again.
Beware lest any man spoil you.
Beware lest any man spoil you. Read.
through philosophy and vain deceit.
Through philosophy and vain deceit. Vain deceit is vanity. It's all patter. It's all an illusion, a distraction. Right? Continue.
After the tradition of men,
Read.
after the rudiments of the world,
After the rudiments of this world. Read.
and not after Christ.
And not after Christ, the black Messiah. Yahushua. You understand? We got to do better. Because they'll trick you. They'll fool you. They'll give you an illusion. Only to keep you distracted. Keep you from what's really going on. All right? So, you got to stay focused. You must stay focused. Give me the book of Galatians chapter 5. Start at verse 16. You got it? Read it.
Galatians chapter 5 verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit.
Walk in the what?
Walk in the spirit.
Walk in the spirit. Read.
And ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
You ain't going to fulfill the lust of the flesh. Because you in the spirit. You're not going to get distracted. That goes for me too. I'm talking about me too. All right. I have to have social media. Why? This is how I get, it's platforms how I get this work out here. But it's a lot of wicked things on social media that will distract you. Right? Read.
For the flesh lusteth against the spirit.
You lusting, the flesh is lusting against the spirit. Right? Read.
And the spirit against the flesh.
Spirit against the flesh. Read.
And these are contrary the one to the other.
Read.
So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
You cannot do the things that ye would. That's meaning keeping your mind right. Staying in the spirit. Because you constantly being distracted. And that go for me too. That go for all of us. Man, woman, child in Israel. All right? All you brothers and sisters that's in the nation, knowing that you Israelite, that you didn't woke up and you got this information, and you brothers and sisters that don't know. Okay, we got to wake up to this truth, and we got to stay in the spirit. Give me Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. You got it? Read it.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
You can't serve two masters, right? Read.
For either he will hate the one.
You going to hate one, right?
And love the other.
And you going to love the other. You can't serve two masters. A lot of you brothers and sisters was watching this fight on Netflix on the Shabbat, on the Sabbath. Y'all was watching it. Now, I was curious. I said, damn, man, I want to check this out. But I damn sure ain't doing it on the Shabbat. No. Not on the Sabbath. I say, well, dang, you know what? I'll look at the highlights. After, the Sabbath. And I look at it and see what I thought, and I can do. I can edify y'all with some of this stuff that was going on. But I ain't finna say, hey, man, I'm going to just break the Sabbath for this fight. No. Right? Continue.
Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
You're going to hold the one and you're going to despise the other. Read.
Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
You can't serve God and mammon, the devil. You can't do both. You got to pick. You got to pick who you going to serve. The devil want to distract you. That's his whole job. He here to destroy you. You understand? Give me Matthew chapter 4, start at verse 1.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
Christ was led up in the spirit to be tempted by the devil, right? The devil was trying to do what? Distract him. Distract him from doing what he was sent to do by the Most High God. And that he was sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, Matthew 15:24. You understand? Here, sent here to get our people, wake our people up. Right? Continue.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered.
Read.
And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread.
If you be the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. Read.
But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone,
Man ain't gonna live by bread alone. Read.
but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
Read.
Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple.
So he took him up and set him on the pinnacle of the temple. Right? Read.
And saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee.
Right. So he's taking him up there saying, hey, he's tempting him, hey, if you be the Son of God, cast yourself down. Right? So the devil is distracting them, right? Read.
And in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Right. So he was like, hey, man, if you the Son of God, hey, call these angels. You understand? Get yourself down. Right? Read.
Jesus said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God.
Don't tempt the Lord thy God. Read.
Verse 8, again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them.
He tried to distract them with the things of the world. He tried to distract them with the things of the world. Hey, look, you got this, just money. Look, I got this. Look, you got the city over here. You got all these things. You got, where y'all like to go? Dubai? All this, look, all this gold and all this, where y'all like to go? All these, the mountains. You got the Emerald Falls or whatever it is y'all like doing, man. Six Flags, Disney World. You know what I'm saying? Paris, man. The Lord don't care about none of that junk. It's his. Right? Read.
And said unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Hey, I give you all this stuff if you worship me. So he used that to distract him off the mission. Right? Continue.
Then said Jesus unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve.
Him only shalt thou serve. Right? Read.
Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him.
Angels came and ministered unto him. So he was not distracted. He was distracted, but he didn't fall for the trick. It's one thing to get distracted, but it's another thing to be distracted, then fall for the trick. You can't be distracted. You got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. You understand? Give me Psalms 19, verse 13. We're going to read it down to the 14th. You got it? Read it.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 13. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins.
From presumptuous sins. Presumptuous sins. Look that up for me real quick. That's not a word we use every day. You know, that's not a word we use every day. I'm just
right.
curious what it say, and read it and take your time with it. Don't rush it. Read it. You got it? Go ahead.
Presumptuous means behaving in a overconfident, entitled, or over familiar way that is considered rude or arrogant.
Right. So you being arrogant to sin. You being overconfident to sin. Right? Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. You just eager to sin. Right? Give me verse 13 from the top again.
Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins.
Read.
Let them not have dominion over me.
Don't let them have dominion over you. Right? Read.
Then shall I be upright,
You're going to be upright when you stay focused. Read.
and I shall be innocent from the great transgression.
Read.
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable.
In the what?
Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart.
In the meditation of my heart. The thoughts, right? The meditation. Not being distracted. You understand? Continue.
Be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer.
Right. So you want the things you do be acceptable when you are here. You want to stay focused. All right. Mike out there got his butt cheeks out. They trying to humiliate him. This been going on. They try to humiliate Mike, man. Like for real. That's what they try to do. They try to humiliate him. You know, hey man, you know this guy right here, let's clown him. Let's ruin his reputation. They knew that cameraman knew not to put that camera on his backside like that. This man damn near 60 years old, man. All right. Give me Philippians 4. We're going to start at verse 7. You got it. Read it.
Philippians chapter 4, verse 7. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
So in the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and your mind, your thoughts. It's going to keep everything. It's going to keep you from being distracted. All right. In mind through Christ Jesus. You understand? Yeah, I was shy. The Black Messiah. You're not going to be distracted. Continue.
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest.
Are what?
Are honest.
Are what?
Are honest.
Read it from 8 again.
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true.
Are true. Read.
Whatsoever things are honest.
Are honest. Read.
Whatsoever things are just.
Are just. Read.
Whatsoever things are pure.
Are pure. Read.
Whatsoever things are lovely.
Are lovely. Read.
Whatsoever things are of good report.
Are of good report. Read.
If there be any virtue.
Any virtue. Read.
And if there be any praise, think on these things.
Think on these things. That fight wasn't true. That fight wasn't honest. That fight wasn't just. That fight wasn't pure, lovely. Right? It wasn't of good report. It didn't have any virtue or anything. But y'all was watching it. And you was being distracted on what the Most High is doing to this world. He's bringing it down. It's all a distraction. It's all a distraction. Give me Proverbs 4. Start at verse 14. You got it. Read it.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14. enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men.
Don't go that wicked way. Don't follow them evil men, right? Read.
Avoid it.
Do what?
Avoid it.
Avoid it. Don't be distracted by it, right? Read.
Pass not by it.
Read.
Turn from it.
Turn from it, okay? Turn from it. So if you be distracted, okay, give you an example. You see a big booty woman, right? We gonna give you, cause you know, anybody can relate to this. You can't be distracted by it. You gotta turn from it. You can't chase no big booty woman, man. You can't do it. All right? Especially if you married. Right? And then if she's out there showing all her backside like that, hey, look how she's dressed. It's telling you what you're going to get. Right? Continue.
And pass away.
And pass away. Read.
For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
They sleep not. What verse you on?
Verse 16.
Start from, okay. Verse 16. Yeah, give me that again.
Verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
It's they sleep not unless they did mischief, right? So they not sleeping unless they do something wicked. All right. Jump down to 20.
Verse 20. My son, attend to my words. Incline thy ear unto my sayings.
You gotta incline thy ear unto the Lord's saying. Right? Verse 21.
Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thine heart.
You can't be distracted. Verse 22.
Verse 22. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh.
Yes, all praises. Right? For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. That's what we got to be doing. We got to stay focused and keep our minds and thoughts and everything on the Lord. Give me the next verse.
Verse 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
You got to make sure you guard your mind. You got to make sure you guard your spirit. Read.
Put away from thee a forward mouth.
A forward mouth. Read.
And perverse lips put far from thee.
You got to put all them things away from you. A forward mouth, right? People, they out there, he calling a man all out his name. You understand? I'm just using this example because of what everybody just seen. But that goes for anybody. That ain't just, you know, the elderly. That goes for anybody. You want to, you know, love your brother and your sister. All right? You want to respect them. You understand? Continue.
Verse 25. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee.
Man, whew. Give me from the top. Hit me with that one again. Verse 25.
Let thine eyes look right on.
Look straight. Don't be distracted. Read.
And let thine eyelids look straight before thee.
Let your eyelids look straight before thee. Don't be distracted. All the patter going on, the illusions over here. You got this distraction going on over there. It's to keep your eyes off the path of righteousness. Right? Give me the next one.
Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established.
Let your ways be established. Okay? Guide your steps in this truth, right? Give me verse 27.
Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil.
Don't be distracted from the right, or the left. Remove your feet from evil. Remove thy foot from evil. You understand? We got to do better, fam. You out there, man, imagine you out there trying to fight Unc, man. Unc damn near 60. You know, that's a lot of y'all dad's age, your father's age, 60. A lot of y'all uncle's age, 60. This dude, 20-something years old out there fighting Unc. Trying to knock him out.
Knock him out.
You understand? Give me Psalms chapter 1. Yeah. Chapter 1 verse 1. You got to read it.
Psalms chapter 1 verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly,
Read.
nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. So you want to make sure you're around the right people. You know, I know these entertainers got handlers and stuff, man. And they all is in it to make money, all in it to have you doing fugazi stuff. You know, all these things is to ruin your character. All these things, man, to make you look silly. You know, jokes on you. That's how they get down, right? Continue.
Verse 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
That he meditate day and night. He's not being distracted. Read.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
Whatever he do gonna prosper. You understand? Give me verse 4.
The ungodly are not so, but are like this chaff which the wind driveth away.
The ungodly ain't like that, right? They like the chaff that blows away. You know, chaff is like the little shake of, you know, wheat. That little dust. It don't have no weight. So you just being tossed in through and to and fro, right? Read.
Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous.
So you're not going to be around the righteous. If you get so distracted that it just throws you completely out your mind. You understand? Continue.
For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
The way of the ungodly shall perish. So we got to stay focused and we can't be distracted. Because that's what they doing. They trying to get your mind off what's going on. That's what they doing. Like it's all a distraction. That distraction, man, had you off hours, man. I've been distracted. You strolling, man. Next thing you know, you done took a 4-hour detour off of the path you supposed to be on. I done got throwed. I'm like, dang, next thing y'all know, man, 2-3 hours then went by because I was distracted. So I'm like, man, I need more work. That's why you seeing the Wednesday night exhortation. That's why you seeing the Dstms that don't shoot the messengers. All right. You see the For Bodily Exercise, Prophet of Little podcast. These are platforms that I'm getting established. And I want to have certain days where it's just nonstop. It's a machine. I got Reserve 7K coming too. Right? That's our street page where we going out in the street edifying the brothers and sisters. Reserve 7K is on the way. You understand? Let's close it out with Proverbs 16, verse 3. You got it? Read it.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. Commit thy works unto the Lord.
Unto the who?
Unto the Lord.
Unto the who?
Unto the Lord.
Read.
And thy thoughts shall be established.
Your thoughts going to be established. You're not going to be distracted. All right? You're not going to be distracted. So I'm going to land right there with that. I hope this video was edifying. I hope it strengthened your walk. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let's get them likes up, family. Let's get them subs up. Okay? Subscribe to my For Bodily Exercise Profit of Little podcast. Subscribe to my DSTM page, my Don't Shoot the Messenger. Okay? Subscribe and like all our platforms and everything, family. All right? So I hope this video was edifying. I hope it strengthened your walk. I hope that you're not out here being distracted. All right? Love y'all, Israel. With that, we say shalom. Once we realize this is not our rest, and the war is within, the battle is within, Are you gonna stay at the house, man?